In the fourth position, with a root fifth ninth structure, you'd have a beautiful chord, C sharp minor 9. The voicing is 1, 5, 2 or 9, flat 7, flat 3. So that would take either the Dorian or the Aeolian modes. Those are your two tonalities. Let's move up one more fret. Here we have a D6-9 with no 3. Now that is no different really than our previous version where we had just root fifth root. Because you're raising this root up to the 9, you already had it, the first string open. So nothing's changed there. Ionian, Lydian, mixed Lydian and overtone. And then, if we move up to the 7th fret, we have a really nice E sus2. 1, 5, 2, 5, 1. So you have a lot of different scales. And remember, if you memorize what scales always fit a sus2, you don't have to think anymore, do you? You've got it all memorized. So, any of the scales that contain a 1, a 2, and a 5, and you'll be in business. So let's put these together a little bit with some of the previous chords that you've learned with this root fifth ninth structure. A very beautiful and typical sound would be something like this. So I'm going from C sharp minor 9 to the A sus2. If you analyze that, it would be a 6/4 progression into key of E. I'm playing C sharp, Aeolian, A Lydian, it's just a great sounding chord. There's no other way around it. What if we were to link, for example, the C sharp minor 9, D6-9. Would we be in the same parent scale, the same theoretical key? No, we couldn't, because you'd either use Dorian or Aeolian for the C sharp minor 9, which means respectively you'd be in the key of B or E. But then when you go to the D6-9, you're probably hearing it as a major tonality, so you're going to play Ionian or Lydian. So that puts you in the key of D or the key of A. So there's a situation where the two chords are in two different keys, but it's a great sound. Don't get into the rut of thinking that you can only stay in one key. I've mentioned before how you want to get a little more chromatic and be able to hear more than just a diatonic approach. What if I go... Now I could view that as a 1 in the key of E to a 5. And there are some other ways to view this, but that's the first thing that sort of, I won't say comes to mind, comes to ear. It's what you hear in your inner ear. But remember that we talked earlier how with these open structures, you're not including some of the tones that would perhaps take it into a minor tonality. On these open sus2s and sus4s and these kind of tonalities, a 6-9 with no 3, you haven't established whether it's major or minor. It's beyond the scope of this lesson for me to show you all the opportunities and all the possibilities. I'd like to leave some of this for you to investigate on your own. I mean, those are just great sounding chords. Try to get rid of the squeaks by assembling the chord as you go. You see what I'm talking about? I'll leave the open strings ringing. That's just food for thought. But if you're strumming...